Well, Joe, next year marks the 250th birthday of the United States. And as we look ahead to that, we're sharing important stories from our nation's history as well as our state.
Yeah, I heard about that. In this month's We the People hometown anchor Jacob Dizon, he found out how railroads helped shape the communities across Southern Idaho.
Well, I think that we need to know where we came from so we can have an appreciation of our history.
More than 100 years ago, the railroad industry played an important role in Southern Idaho.
I would say probably the most important thing to the Minidoka area is water. And so the trains were extremely important in being able to build Minidoka Dam.
Dr. Rick Parker, president of the Minidoka Historical Society, says in the early 1900s, a historic Oregon Shortline Railroad, which connected the eastern United States to the west, hauled loads of heavy equipment and supplies to build Minidoka Dam.
They had some stationary cranes they took this off of the rail cars with. When you look at all the stuff that had to come across that desert, it's just impressive.
This connection played a pivotal role in developing Minidoka's ag industry that we have today.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the railroad so we could build the dam, because we don't get enough water.
Dr. Russ Tremaine with Preservation Twin Falls says railroads were also key in shaping the entire Magic Valley.
When the railroad came, that was a revolution, and bringing goods here and getting goods out.
I met with Dr. Tremaine in the Twin Falls Warehouse District, a former bustling train stop and the site of the iconic grain elevators that are still standing today.
The train track was right there, and they could pull right up their train cars and load up grain here. It was the largest flour mill between Denver and Portland in 1916.
But shortly after that, in the early 1920s, Dr. Tremaine says another industry was just starting to boom.
It was the beginning of the automobile revolution. And just as the trains were expanding, railroads were being replaced by automobiles.
And while trains may not be as prominent as they once were in Southern Idaho, Dr. Parker says they're still vital in transporting goods across our communities and adds it's important to have an understanding of the past.
My mission is to give people an appreciation for where they came from and to show them the vision that our ancestors had.
In Rupert, Jacob Dizon, KMVT News.